Alright, hello gamers. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit rough right now because I'm obviously catching up with a cold or something because obviously the weather's not really helping with that. But I had to do this video because the fact that Destiny 2 has just had their Momentum of Triumphant update. I'm going to say this, but the level of the amounts of people who have come into this game, not just people that are returning to the game, but also the fact that new players, the fact that we're getting new players or new gamers coming into Destiny 2 for the very first time on what is labeled as the last update that Destiny 2 is going to receive. Incredible. It really is. I know there's going to be some out there who will tell me that, we need to start moving on from Destiny 2 now. The game has just had its update. Bungie's going to have some layoffs, and that'll be that for Destiny. Destiny's done. From the looks of things, it doesn't look like it's done from the player's perspective, or at least from the gamer's perspective, it isn't done, because I think we kind of sent a clear message to Sony this week, particularly with what I've seen, that I hope that will hopefully convince them to want to, commission the sequel, the whole Destiny 3, even a Destiny 1 remaster, or even a remake of Destiny 1, however that will turn out to be. It would be amazing to have something Destiny, a new Destiny game commissioned at this point. And I'm going to show you, obviously, I'm going to show you why I believe now more than ever, it's a perfect time for those friends of mine who have never probably, I guess if some of my friends who may have never checked out Destiny before, or have never never thought that whether they start asking whether or not this game was for them, or if they're still curious about it. Well, I'm going to show you some stuff, okay? Show you why I believe this is a really good time for to hopefully convince some of my friends to maybe even consider getting Destiny 2 stuff, right? So let me show you this graph right here, right? So, we have this graph, right? I think we might as well zoom in here, because I want to zoom in so you can actually see this in big screen, big time, and everything, right? So we're zooming in. Let me just show you something, right? So on this past Tuesday, and this was Monday, right? So obviously in the last couple of, within the last few days since the announcement of Destiny 2 support is ending, there has been some players who kind of came on and everything. But it wasn't until the Tuesday, as soon as the update went live, look how massive that player jump went up to. It literally went up to, as you can see there, 867,000 players literally were playing Destiny 2 the second the final update went live. There is this massive which basically was this massive resurgence of Destiny 2. And we look at that. The fact that we were here before the update, it went straight up. By the time we got to 7 o'clock onwards, it went straight up. And then obviously it went down a bit because obviously people had to get some sleep and stuff. I get that. But it went back up again. Look at this. It's going back up. Things are, people are coming back on, and people are even, checking out Destiny for the very first time. Look at this. This right here. And even earlier this morning, look at that. We had over 126,000 people playing this game, and the fact that it's still, obviously they're in bed right now, but I'm sure that's going to go back up there, maybe even higher now that the weekend is about to kick in, because obviously the weekend is now nearly here, so I'm sure there's going to be more people wanting to play during the weekend. But you can see right here that it's incredible to see this game getting so many people wanting to come and check out the game and wanting to basically support the game. I mean, look at this. 24-hour peak, 126,547. And then the all-time peak was this right here. But yeah, as you can see here, I mean, the results speak for themselves here. Look at this. The fact that we're getting players coming back to the game, and you're probably wondering why is that? Why is it that the game is already picking up steam? Well, if I take you to the Steam top sellers, look at this result right here. This is in the States, right? So on Steam, you could have a look and see what's the best-selling games right now. Well, in the States, you'll notice here, Destiny 2 has reached number 2, like the second best-selling game right now on Steam. And obviously, Renegades is currently number 11. That's the latest, the last Destiny 2 DLC, currently 11th place. But the main game itself has managed to reach second place right now, which is incredible that this game has been able. And in fact, when the update went live, this was number 1 on Steam in the US. Obviously, it's got to number 2 now, but you can see that there's a massive resurgence with Destiny 2. Now, if I show you the UK portion, it should say that it's currently second in the UK. Hopefully, I'm right. Okay. So, it was second and third, but it's obviously dropped down to 4th. But that's mainly because of Marvel Arrivals and the Steam Deck going back on sale. But I would imagine it will pick things back up again once because there's meant to be another Pantheon mode coming in. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more people. It's going to be picking up again pretty soon. So chances are we'll probably see this go up even more. But yeah, it's crazy to think it's currently in the top 5 right now in terms of like selling games on. And then if we go to Australia, right? In Australia, it was actually number 1. It's dropped down to 4th, but it's still in the top 5. It's still in the top 5. You can't really do that. But then if you look at globally, Destiny 2 was number 1 yesterday, but I mean, it's still in the top 5. It's like number 3 right now. Like, this game is picking up. Like, people are actually wanting to play Destiny 2 again, and you want to know the reason why people are interested in wanting to play Destiny 2. For those who are going to probably say, "Oh, but you know, how can you get in? Because there's so many DLCs you have to buy." Well, if I go to Destiny 2's page right here, right? Look at the price here, guys. The fact that it's priced under £25 right now on Steam. And this is for a bundle that has 10 items as part of it. So in this bundle, you get the Forsaken pack. Which basically gives you access to the Last Wish raid, the dungeon for the Last Wish, as well as all the weapons all the exotic weapons associated with the Forsaken Year. And then you've got the Shadowkeep bundle, which comes with all the dungeons and the raid, as well as the exotics associated to Shadowkeep. And then you've got Beyond Light. You get the exotics for Beyond Light, as well as the Deepstone Crypt raid, and even the dungeons that were related to that year. And then you got Bungie's 30th anniversary, which comes with the Gjallarhorn, very, very popular weapon in Destiny history. Love that weapon. Definitely a really good weapon to have if you love rocket launchers. This is the Witch Queen. The whole expansion is a part of this bundle. Lightfall is a part of this bundle. Final Shape, which most Destiny players will say was probably the best conclusion to Destiny 2. And you will even get the latest, some of the recent stuff like the Edge of Fate and Renegades, which I'm currently playing through. And obviously there's been a lot of good feedback towards this DLC because a lot of people say it's fun because of the Star Wars stuff. But honestly, the fact that you can get all of this, basically around £23 in the UK right now, and you're going to and people are going to tell me that this bundle's not worth getting. People are going to say that this is not worth buying and not worth checking out. This bundle, ladies and gentlemen, is the bundle that is basically making it easier for new players to want to get into the game and making it more welcoming for new players. This is the bundle right here that's attracted new players to want to play this game. So right here, this clearly is doing so well. And in fact, even if you have played Destiny in the past, you can even get the DLCs a bit cheaper. Look at that. Final Sheep is under £3 right now. Look at that. You get Lightfall for like under £2 right now. Look at this. Under £2 for Witch Queen and Lightfall. The Edge of Fate is like £7 right now. Renegades is £10.49, which I think is a very sweet deal if you're looking to check out the latest content. But yeah, just honestly, the fact that you're getting really good discounts on this stuff is amazing. And then I think let's have a look at the 30th anniversary and see how much that's costing right now. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Beyond Light, you can basically get it for under £1. Look at that. You can get it under £1. And then obviously you can get this for basically £1 if you want to get the Galahorn. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. I think it's worth it if you're looking to get your hands on basically everything. But I would imagine if you're a new player, you would probably better off getting the Destiny 2 the collection bundle because you basically get everything. The reviews are very positive. Like I'm going to show you some of the reviews here to give you a sense of we might as well take a look at the reviews, mightn't we? Look at that. Mostly positive, very positive. Like there's been a lot of feedback. Look at this. We're getting so many people like just talking about there's obviously one person that wants to spread hate, obviously we'll ignore that. But at least for the most part, there's a lot of like lovely messages for this game right now. Yeah, Lisa, look, you even got a PC player recommending like what specs you would want to use if you're planning to play this on PC. Then there you go. This is they're helping you recommend like some specs and stuff, and then so there's a lot of positive feedback, obviously, and I think most people are going to be looking at the positive reviews to get a sense of like, okay, this is do you need me to tell you any more than what the fact that it's getting mostly positive ratings, and the fact that Destiny 2 the collection is now under £23 right now. I think it's probably the best time than ever to want to get in, check out the content. And in fact, because there's no FOMO, because usually whenever there's new content, I know some Destiny creators would usually tell you to like level up fast so you're ready for day one raid. You don't need to worry about that. Literally, if you decide to get Destiny 2, you could just play whatever you want, whether it's the there's a Crucible, basically a PvP mode called the Crucible. If you love facing other players and you love like PvP style gameplay, there's that. There's a lot of PvP stuff when it comes to, there's strikes in the Vanguard playlist. There's like strikes you can do, which also includes battlegrounds, which are basically another variation of strikes. And then you've also got solo ups if you like to do solo stuff. They've got fire team stuff for those who want to do things with friends, or if you're looking to, and then there's the destinations like public events and stuff. If you're somebody who just likes to roam around the different planets and explore the planets, just go ahead and explore. Honestly, this is a perfect time than ever to go and explore, go and see the destinations, go and see what tickles your fancy, because this is literally your opportunity to experience the game, find what you like, what you don't like, and just get used to it. Get used to all the systems, and gradually, if you really like the game, you can eventually start wanting to gradually level up to the point that you might want to consider maybe doing raids. There's even Fire Team Finder, so you can find basically Fire Team Finder is a way for you to essentially create sort of a listing so that other players who might be interested in doing an activity can join you. And trust me, I know there's a lot of Destiny gamers who will tell you that you can form a lot of friendships in this game. For most people, obviously, there's been good friendships that have come out of this game. I just want to be hopeful that I'll be able to convince some of my friends to want to check out the game, so that I can hopefully have more of my friends in this game, and then I'll be able to have friends to not only to play like Fortnite and stuff, but be able to play this game as well. Because I will admit, I do miss the days where I do want to have more fun and good moment and like really great moments in this game. I know I didn't have many when it first came out and stuff, but at least now with the reinsurgence of the game, I'm hoping we can build towards that, and then hopefully when a Destiny 3 eventually hits, hopefully we'll get to a point where I can bring these friends forward, many of the friends forward to that. Yeah, hopefully we can build towards that. But yeah, that's my kind of sort of video here I wanted to put out here, is to kind of just tell you, like, this is a really good time than ever to want to check out this game, especially with the discounts that are coming into D2, and because of the amount of resurgence with the game right now, the fact that there's a lot of new players wanting to join, and they're starting to build up like interest to want to check out the game because of the fact that they're bundling contents to make it easier for new players to want to come in. So this, I feel like it's an interesting and a really good time for like new players to want to come into the fray and want to check out the game and see for themselves why some of this content is so great, and be able to experience the stuff I've experienced since the throughout the Destiny 2 journey, really. And hopefully this is going to lead to some great things for this franchise, and hopefully Destiny 3 will eventually happen, and hopefully we can be able to enjoy whatever the future Destinies will entail, and hopefully it's going to expand this franchise even further with more and more people being interested in the game. I'm hoping that I like to be hopeful that good things are going to come out of this now that the resurgence has happened. Hopefully a Destiny 3 will get commissioned soon, because if it does, that'll be great, because then you would be crazy to miss out on an opportunity like this. Like, you would be crazy to miss out on the hype that this game's getting right now, like especially with the fact that it's like in the top 5. It's getting a lot of attention currently, so, and it's probably going to top the charts again as we get to the weekend. Good time to join if you haven't joined before. That's basically my video on Destiny, and you can expect to see some moments of triumph of content as well as Renegades content, because I still need to play through Renegades. Hopefully get the lightsaber, which I'm hoping to do at some point. Catch you guys in my upcoming gaming videos over the course of the weekend.